Welcome to another edition of the CS Podcast, where you can hear interviews with special guests such as
Dale Buchanan, Tom Waddle, Pierre Desir, Brent Berry, Ed Werder,
and many others.
Too big, too strong, too fast, too good.
So be sure to subscribe and tune in to the CS Podcast on YouTube at youtube.com/ChristianRE722.
Did you not get the memo?
That's www.youtube.com/ChristianRE722 for great interviews. Be sure to check out the CS Podcast.
You are ridiculous.
Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Shanafel, and I'm now joined by Cheyney Wolves linebacker and 2015 NFL Draft prospect, Isaiah Fleming. I appreciate you joining the show, Isaiah. How's it going?
Everything going good. Just finishing up the end of the season.
Sounds good, sounds good. Now, I'm going to start off this interview by bringing you back a few years with a simple question, and that is, coming out of high school, why did you decide to attend Cheyney University and play for the Wolves? Because I know you had quite a few D1 offers, is that right?
Yeah, I did. The thing was, I ended up at Cheyney. I went to prep school. Because from out of high school, my pure GPA was like a 1.5 or something like that. So I went to prep school and I got it up to like a 2.1. And then my last semester in prep school, I caught a staph infection. So I got sick. You know, I was about to qualify. I got a 19 on the ACT. I needed a 2.275. I ended up getting a 2.225. And they wanted me to come back the whole following year. And I was already a year away from my graduation class, so I just basically gave up on the D1 at that point because I didn't want to be so far behind. Because I kind of got older in age. And I just ended up, I signed with a school called Wingate University. It's a D2 school in North Carolina. And after I was sick when I caught a staph infection, I went out there in the spring semester. And it was like, and I'm a city boy, so it was out in the country. And I wasn't used to that type of lifestyle, so I ended up transferring to Cheyney, which is another D2 school. And I just basically stuck it out here because it was close to home for all four years.
And I want to take you back to the 2012 season, which was your sophomore year, and you actually led the team in tackles with 107, and you also had 10.5 tackles for loss and an interception. I'm curious, what was it like to have such an impact on the defense so early on in your college football career?
I mean, it was real fun. It was real fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I pretty much knew what I was capable of doing since the first day of practice. Once I stepped on the field with, practice against D2 guys, I knew I was, like, my game skills like on another level. So I was kind of already expecting 100+ tackles that year because I've done it every year my whole life because I was playing football. So it was a good experience.
Last season was another great season for you, Isaiah. You racked up 144 tackles, 22.5 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. It almost seems impossible to have a better individual season than that, but I know you had to remain humble and put in work during the offseason to have the best senior year you can have. What were some things you did during the offseason to improve your game?
This offseason, basically I trained hard. I lifted weights with bouncers, like guys that are outside of clubs. I lifted with them. They got me a lot stronger. Basically got my bench press up to around 415. I ran a lot. Running on the track, ran with parachutes, ran with sleds, things of that nature.
After last season, was there something that you took with yourself during the off season that you said that I really want to step this part of my game up? Was there anything specific like that?
Yes, the specific thing I wanted to step up was my strength. I wanted to get a lot stronger, and which I did. Because when I left the end of the last season, I think I was benching probably around like 340 to 330 pounds. And over the summer, I just worked out, pretty hard. And I ended up getting my bench up almost 70 pounds, 55, 70 pounds.
Right, yeah, that's incredible. And Isaiah, you've had another incredible season so far this year. You've recorded 98 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 1.5 quarterback sack, an interception, and a safety throughout 9 games this season. Unfortunately, you guys as a team... What's that?
I played 8 games. I didn't play 9. I missed 1 game.
Okay, I'm sorry. So throughout 8 games. So even better, personally, individually, even better. I mean, what's that, like 12, maybe 13 tackles per game you're averaging. Unfortunately, you guys as a team, though, have yet to win a game so far. This may sound like a stupid question, but how do you feel about that? I mean, you're undoubtedly the best player on the team. You're one of the best players in Division II football. Like I said, you're averaging a crazy amount of tackles per game. It's your final year, and you personally are going out with a bang. But as a team, you guys have struggled. So again, how do you feel about this season of yours at Cheyney?
I would say with a lot of adversity, basically coming into the season. Over the summer, the head coach gave me a phone call stating that we were switching the defensive coordinators, and we brought in a new defensive coordinator who basically changed the defense. So this year we've been running a 3-4 defense. This is basically the first time in my life I ever ran a 3-4 defense, and I was kind of nervous about it because I didn't know how successful I was going to be in a 3-4 defense, and I was also nervous about our personnel that we have. I didn't know if it was going to fit or for the personnel that we have on our team. But I overcame that, and I think I'm still playing pretty good. But I feel like I could be playing better if we, due to the circumstances. But I guess I've been doing pretty good this year.
And what do you feel is the biggest difference of playing linebacker in a 4-3 like you did in the past to now playing in the 3-4?
Well, in the 3-4, it's a big difference. I see now every game I'm seeing guard and a tackle in my face, a tight end coming down on me. It's a lot of blockers coming at me now. Well, versus the 4-3 when I was just able to run free and make tackles.
Mm-hmm. This week you guys take on Millersville, and they're another team that's winless. Isaiah, what do you and your teammates have to do this weekend to get that first win of the season? Have you seen anything specific on film this week?
I watched a lot of film. Basically, they're a PSAC team, so we're amped up because they have the same record as us, and we're basically trying to make history and get a W. Mm-hmm. So I've been on my teammates, been watching film, and we're just really excited for this game.
Chris Shanfeld,
like we treat every other opponent.
Absolutely. Chris Shanfeld talking with Cheyney, linebacker in 2015 NFL draft prospect Isaiah Fleming. Now, Isaiah, whether it was from this year or all the way back to your freshman year, what would you say is the biggest or most memorable play of your football career thus far?
You said most memorable play?
Yep.
Okay. The most memorable play would be my freshman year. When Lincoln, our first game, Lincoln quarterback was rolling out for a pass, and I came back and I came from started from the middle of the field, came over to the outside and met him on the outside and basically hit him real hard, put him out the game.
Nice.
That basically welcomed me to college football and gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a nice welcoming. And here's a fun question I'm always curious to hear. You being a linebacker, would you rather show off your hands and vision and intercept a quarterback, or show off your physicality and lay a hard hit on a wide receiver or a running back and force a fumble? I think I know the answer to this question, but let's hear it.
Yeah, I like the hit. I like to play in space. I like to do it all. So really, it wouldn't really make a big difference for me to basically play linebacker or safety. Because I'm an athlete. I've been playing basketball, running track, all that my whole life. So, they always put me at linebacker because I'm always the most physical person on the team. So, I would like to, I like linebacker because I like hitting and I like being in the action.
Well, I've seen what you've done on film, and there is no doubt that it's definitely safe to say that you can lay a hard hit. So I hear you on that one. Now Isaiah, what do you feel are your biggest strengths as a linebacker?
I think my biggest strength as a linebacker is basically my instincts on being able to recognize the play, how, like say the formation, how things are getting lined up. For me to take a nice, great, educated guess of where the ball is going. I'm a great instinctive football player. My dad put that in me ever since I started playing football in the 3rd grade. And I have real good speed. I have real good speed to the ball.
A few more questions, then I'll let you go, Isaiah. I really do appreciate your time. Here's another fun one. If you would compare yourself to a linebacker or a safety, whichever you prefer, currently playing in the NFL, who do you think that would be and why?
I got asked that question quite a few times. Honestly, I can't really compare myself to no other player. But other players have told, other my teammates and other players told me that I play like Sean Spence, who used to play for the University of Miami. And so really, I don't know a comparison because I really don't dissect other players that much to know what they can do versus what I can do.
All right, and according to NFLDatabase.com, there's only been 3 players from Cheyney University to go on and play in the NFL. Why do you feel Isaiah Fleming deserves to be on that list?
Because I work hard every day. It's been my dream since a child to make it to the NFL. I went through many obstacles from high school to prep school to from college to another college. I never gave it up. I stuck with it. I followed my dream, and I feel like I can be an asset to any team, whether it be special teams and linebacker, anything. I'm going to go 100% at all times in every play, and I guarantee I won't make no GM or coach mad.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been invited to play in the National Bowl, the FCS Bowl, and the Aztec Bowl. Is that right?
Yes.
Have you decided which ones you'll be playing in?
As of right now, yeah, I said I was going to go to the FCS Bowl, but depending if I get bigger bowl game invites, that could change.
All right. And last but not least, Isaiah, I've mentioned that you are a 2015 NFL Draft prospect. You're arguably the best Division II defensive football player in the nation. Excuse me. Any chance you've heard from any NFL team scouts yet? And if so, what are they saying?
No, I haven't heard from any scouts. They haven't reached out to me or contacted me, so I wouldn't really be able to answer that question right now.
Well, obviously that will be changing soon once you play in an all-star game. It's bound to happen, Isaiah. It's bound to happen, and I gotta say it's been a pleasure speaking with you, man. I appreciate your time. Best of luck to you the remainder of this season, and hopefully we can keep in touch and do this again down the line. Before I let you go, is there anything else you have for us? I mean, anything you'd like to say to our listeners out there?
Yeah, I would like to say just be on the lookout for Isaiah Fleming. Because I'm ready. I'm coming to play every game. And I'm hungry. And I would like to say, any NFL team that takes a chance on me, I won't make them mad.
Hey, sounds great, man. Isaiah, man, this show's broadcasted out of Chicago. I'll tell you what, man. Brian Urlacher left us a couple years ago. It looks like Lance Briggs is going pretty soon. I wouldn't mind the Bears taking a chance on you, man.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Isaiah, once again, thanks a lot, and take care, all right, man?
All right, you too.